All right, today we're going to talk about starting a spin on a young colt. And there's a lot of people have a lot of different ways that they do it. Some people use fences, other people spiral their horses. I'm not going to say that any of those other ways are wrong. I'm just going to demonstrate how I like to do it today. So I've established a small area here, and what I'm going to teach this horse to do is how to take his shoulders and follow my hands. My hands move, horse should move. There's only two real steps to a spin. They should open their step with their inside front foot and then cross over with their outside foot. So what I'm going to do is I'll put him in the middle of this little area I've established, ride like I want to leave. Every time he goes to leave, move my hands and bring his shoulders with him. Now we're leaving again, just move my hands, ride back, and now he's leaving again, and ride him forward again. I don't really use any leg in that spin itself. I just use those legs to leave. And I also use those legs anytime his front feet might stop. So I might go on like this. I can probably trick him into stopping with his front legs. So I might move my hands like that and the front legs stop. I'm going to kick with both legs until he gets back up to where my hands were. So the punishment came only because he stopped moving his front feet. There again, both legs. Good, ride him up. He's leaving my area again. I just keep taking him back into that area. And in that process, that same two steps over and over again. Now this is a horse that knows how to walk, trot, lope, knows how to steer. He has an idea of following that pressure and moving his shoulders. But he's at a place now where he knows enough that it's a good time to start the spin. But working this spin itself will actually help improve the other parts of his riding. It'll crisp up his steering, it'll crisp up his circle work, it'll soften up his face, because if he fights my hands, I'll ride him up into my hands. So he's learning how to be better in the bridle. Great example there, Shorty. So he got a little stiff on my hands. I'm just going to ride him back into my hands. So that's going to translate to other places in this program we're doing. So just a little recap, put him in a small area. Every time he goes to cross the boundaries, move his shoulders, ask him to step. He goes to cross the boundaries, move his shoulders, and ask him to step. And then over time, what'll happen is this horse will say, hey, every time I walk forward, he turns me. Why am I bothering to walk forward? Why shouldn't I just stay here and turn? And that's your end result, but I don't want to force that very early on. I just want that to come to me, occur to this horse naturally. And then at one of these times we might get like a little bit extra than what we've been asking for. Whoa, that's a good time to stop and say whoa and quit it. I asked for that little bit extra. I asked for those couple more steps, but a lot of times these horses will volunteer it on their own, and that's when I'll stop and sit there. And that starts to put in that idea that, hey, if I turn, my life could get better.